Hey, Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, and great grandson of well and talking this truth. And Shalom to the elect of Yahweh Shai, aka the elect of Israel. Okay, starting with 144,000 prophets. Shalom. And yeah, man, I wanted to talk about recent events. Kind of just wanted to touch upon them. I'm in transit, and recently you had a blackout in Spain and Portugal, which were the main places hit. France, Morocco, Italy, surrounding areas were also affected. And I want to give a slight testimony. Now, I knew someone. I had a conversation with someone in the world who was actually in Lisbon. They were in now I know they went to Lisbon, but I don't know if they were in Lisbon at the time it happened, actually. So let me make sure that's clear. But what they told me is they were telling me that things were just crazy. And because of the traffic lights are gone and all that, as we see in the news, people were having crashes and everyone was, Madrid obviously in Spain, that being a big city, very busy, there's a lot more problems happening now. One of the questions I asked him, I was kind of listening, I asked him, I said, look, how long did it take for people to start basically going crazy and looting? Because he said that they got told to by the hotel staff to just stay inside and stuff. And the hotel staff was worried that people were going to steal stuff. The hotel owner, sorry. So people started to really get worried about looting. I said, how long did it take for people to start looting? And he said 6 hours. It took 6 hours of a blackout for people to go from, normal everyday civilians to mass looting going on, man. And it shows you how quick things can change in this society. Okay, because this is this society isn't together. These Western melting pots, they're not together. Okay, they're under the vibration of Esau. They're Edomite governments. The scriptures tell you in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. We're in the wicked's world right now. This is Esau's dominion. This is Esau's world. Okay, and it tells you, as the judge and the officer is, so is the people. It tells you that in the Apocrypha. So it don't take long for these people to just be at each other's throats, man. Okay? Now, we have been constantly, starting with our apostles and elders over the years, talking about what chaos, this is what the elites are trying to do, because they rule through order ab chaos. Okay, they bring that order, their order, through the chaos that they make. Pressure from above, pressure from below. That's a Hegelian dialectic. Okay? So, what they're doing is, they're causing this chaos. You got cyber attacks. You had cyber attacks happen in the UK. Okay? Marks and Spencer's, big UK chain for supermarkets, co-op. Now, I went into a co-op, and the first thing I noticed as soon as I walked in there was everything was barren. There was hardly anything in the shelves. I looked at the shop, and the whole shop was like that. So I got, the things that I went in there to get, I couldn't get. So I just got a couple of pieces of what I could get, and I went to the counter to pay. I said, hey man, how comes, there's nothing here? He said, I didn't know about the cyber attack. He said, well, when M&S got here, he said they got hit as well. And it's messed up their whole delivery system. So there's been no deliveries coming through. It's been delayed and stuff like that. Okay? Which shows you, the food comes in through these trucks into inner cities, into villages, towns. Okay? You mess with that delivery system, you can mess with the food. That's all, it's pre-programmed. Okay? It's all set up by the elites. And what's happening is, bear with me a minute. just want to focus on this bit because I want to miss my exit. Yeah. Miss that exit, man. You be going for ages. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm on the right place. So, yeah, man. Pretty much, it's all, you know, chaos that's being created so that they can bring about their order. Now, these cyber attacks, man, okay, which there is, you know, obviously there is war going on and things of that nature. Okay, we're in that time, but the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, okay, well, like last year or something, he went to do, and I did videos on it, he went to a power facility, a power plant, and after visiting that facility, he started to come out and say, look, man, you need to buy some extra candles, you need to buy some extra stuff to the UK citizens. And then Elder Omar, he did a video not too long ago about, you know, it's actually on their website, on the government websites and all that, you know, basically that you got you know, for emergencies and issue, basically you should prep and buy some extra stuff. So they're already actually warning the people that this is a likely scenario. Spain is just down the road. France, Spain, that's all Western Europe, that's where we're at. Okay? And you had little pockets of electricity running out anyway. I was in a supermarket and the power went out for like, probably like, what, 5 minutes? It took a while for their I'm assuming even for it to come on, or their backup generators. Okay? And I was with this bird I'm dealing with, and she was basically she said the first thing her head went to was like a terrorist thing, T thing, you know. Okay, and oh, they don't take this video, just flag this video, man, for that. But she just said T, but the T bomb, and pretty much, you know. And I was like, well, no, you know, I doubt that's going to happen in this area, and different things I said at the time. But it shows you where the minds of the people are at for her to say that, right? So I was thinking, okay, the scriptures tell you when there's peace and safety, then comes sudden destruction. But it's not going to take us. I think that's the first. Well, it's not going to take us by surprise, because we're awaiting these things. We're watching. We're constantly watching these things, okay? You know, I love like watching like end time shows and end time movies. You know, some people are into that. Some people are into just fluff. You know, they got nothing to do with that kind of stuff. They avoid that kind of stuff. Okay, I know many people that do in the world. They avoid them kind of things. Okay, but we in this truth, we watch those kind of things because why? They're based on the scriptures. They're based on prophecy. 2 Ezra 15 goes into what? Martial law. They had to have the chaos. All this stuff is leading to chaos, so they can bring about their order, have their troops with the boots on the road, and bring about their what? Their CHIP, the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 15. Okay, and I got to spell it out like that because that's another thing you can't really say without them just flagging up your video. So you got to read between the lines and understand what I'm saying. Okay, that major prophecy of what they're looking to do, what they're looking to put in you. Okay, they're gonna do that through their, you know, through bringing order to the chaos. They need a reason. Okay, and many of the people are gonna take it. Now we've been forewarned. We understand. We know to not take it. Okay, because if you take it, you know you're gonna get your ass destroyed, man, by the Lord. Okay, you're gonna die. So all these things are happening right now, man. You know, our eyes are open. You know, shy, that we can see these things coming because we understand the prophecies. Our minds have been open to the prophecies. Okay, and we're not like truthers. We're just prepping or whatever. And, you know, it's wise to buy some extra stuff, buy some extra water and, you know, different things for like energy or light or, you know, different cans of food or whatever. Buy some extra, It's always good to have that. We don't rely on that, because the thing that's going to get us through is faith. Okay, you know, you can have all that and not even be at your house, so it doesn't really matter. You know, little things that I try and do is just from things that I've heard from different brothers, apostles, things like that. I try my best, if I can, from the circumstances that are right, to keep my fuel up. I don't like to try not to get it too low, you know, so that I know that I've always got a bit of fuel to just up and go, you know. And you stock up a little bit in the house and things like that. I've got some energy sources, I've got light sources, so I've got a couple things, but we're not like these preppers, you know, where that's what they rely on. Okay, because we know what Esau's going to do anyway. Okay, he's going to come for the believers. Okay, you know, he's going to outlaw certain things. He's going to make us a target. So that's the times that we're coming up to, and we're very close. All these things that are happening, like what the guy said, you know, it took 6 hours for him to all that chaos. 2 Ezra 15, man. People was getting sword against sword. You know, what's the modern day sword? A gun. People killing each other over resources, food. Okay, why? Because it said basically that people couldn't eat food. Roughly paraphrasing in 2 Ezra 15, people were going to be at each other's throats because what? Lack of food, man. All it took was one, you know, supposed cyber attack to mess up the whole delivery system. Okay. And I believe, you know, I've heard it over the years, whether it's different brothers that mention it and things like that. But there's only pretty much, a lot of these supermarkets only have like a 3-day supply. You know, and you've got mass people buying things, and once that's gone, in these cities, people are going to be messed up, man. You know? So that's the time that we're coming into, man. You know, and it's a good day. Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. Okay, and strength of salvation. Okay, that's what our hope is in, our what we stand firm is in this word, man. Okay, we can see it a mile off all these things that are going to happen, and you know what? It's a good thing because, you know, things are happening, man. The prophecies are speaking. Okay, and we're at the end. We're joyful in that, because you know, you're making every day is a sacrifice. You put your body on the line. You're out there. It's us against the world. What we're doing by prophesying and living day to day in the Lord, you know, you are against the world, man. You're the highest target on Esau's agenda. The people don't, you know, like you. The people are, they want to get you, and all that. Jake want to get you. Esau want to get you. We have enemies, man. Okay, but the Lord's gonna protect us from them all, man. We're gonna be good. Ultimately, we're gonna have the last laugh. You know. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to do just a quick lesson, man. A quick testimony on what that guy said, and kind of mentality that of the times that we're in, and kind of, you know, recent events and the mentality that we need to be in, man. You know, keep prayed up and keep, you know, hey, keep doing what you're doing, which is what, you know. If you're watching these videos and you're learning and you're growing, that's good. Keep, you know, having faith in Yahweh Shmi Shai to get us through these dark times, man. Okay? I know that it's all in control. The Lord is in control of it all. You know, He ain't going to let a sparrow fall, man. And we're worth much more than sparrows to the Lord. So, hey, man, Lord willing, it's been edifying. With that, man, I'm going to say, you know, shalom. Shalom to the Lord's elect.